Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Doodle Robot, and today we're going to be looking at the WIPs, because people have been requesting to see some of these things. So these are from, let's see, we got one from, we'll get to Johanna Basford. We'll do her last, because I'm going to demonstrate in that one today. We got one from Sea Life that I did from when I was showing painting tips. So people have been wanting to see that. And then I'll show you where I am, not very far along on these, moderately so, from when I did the satin glazing liquid tutorial on how it works well for Crayola colored pencils and water-based markers. So I'll show you where I am on those two. I'm moving at a snail's pace. This one is done. Whoa. So we will start with Fanciful Sea Life from when I did my little painting tips tutorial. So I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. Alright, so on the, sorry the camera is shaking because I zoomed it in. So this is Fanciful Sea Life by Marjorie Sarnott, one of my favorite illustrators. I have many of her books. So many. I must love her style. I do love her style. Okay, so we've got, well, I'll zoom you out a little here. We've got the crab, and if you recall, I just wanted to, I was leafing through my books to find something just to like block color in for a few minutes before I went to bed, and I found the crab. So we'll zoom him around because sometimes the lights make the colored pencils look funny. And my washing machine is going every time I start a YouTube video, so it may vibrate the whole camera. Alright, let's let it get going. It's almost done. It has like 16 minutes left. So, if you recall, I blacked out the background and I was showing people some tips on how to do that, how to paint certain things. So if you're interested, you can go to check that video out. So, I said I didn't know what I was going to do. At first I was going to do like a beach and a ocean background and maybe do it more like realistically. And then I was thinking I would do a, what did I say, a mandala type design, and I didn't do either of those. I kind of settled in between. So, and I used my Hoo-Hoo water-based markers on top of the black paint that we laid down. So let's see here. Here are my Hoo-Hoo water-based markers. And so they, right here, they have some good colors for the ocean colors, which I use kind of in this whole range here. And I think I used 24 also. Not as good color for beach. I tried to get into some of these lighter colors here, but they wouldn't go opaque on the black background, so I had to stick to some of these colors. I think these three colors actually. What they looked like here, they looked like when I tested them they were going to be kind of light, medium, and dark, sort of. And it didn't turn out so well that way, but just looks like bacon to me. I now call this piece Bacon Beach instead of crab. so that's what we ended up with. Somewhere in the middle. I like it. It's kind of stylized. I mean, it's okay. I did get a really good play with my Hoo-Hoo water-based, nope, lied, my Hoo-Hoo acrylic paint markers, and they're good. You know, they're not nearly as expensive as Posca pens, which is awesome. They do come with that bullet tip, which isn't my favorite. And if you do it just right, it like flecks little colors everywhere, which is the same that happens with the Posca pens. But for what I paid for them, I think they perform pretty well. I would actually, if they started running out, I would purchase them again. So that's where we are on Crab. He's done. I kind of blew through and finished him. So he's no longer a WIP. Finished this weekend. Yesterday, in fact. Alright, so moving on back into the future here. we've got the two works from the satin glazing liquid video. And I think we'll start with the one that I haven't worked on in the most amount of time. Although I kind of went and worked on this one first and then stopped for some reason. I don't know why. It's coming out good though. If you recall, I did the snake before. These are with my Ohuhu water-based markers on top of the satin glazing liquid. There's a whole video on that. If you don't want to hear the chit-chat at the beginning from all my experiments and what I learned to do and not to do, you can just forward, I think, about 30 minutes into all the demonstration stuff. So I think the snake is done. Obviously not her spots yet, but the leaves just have one layer of Ohuhu water-based markers on them. And you can see this one's kind of anemic here. I got more aggressive as it went on, but they all need another coat on them to be really bold and vibrant. And the flowers, what I have done on the flowers thus far is just one coat. I'm not sure yet if I'll do another coat or not. We'll see how it goes. If I do like more coats of other things and they become less vibrant, I may. So I still haven't done, obviously, the rest of the stuff. And I'm thinking about how I want to... Normally I frame things. I'll draw my own frame on there and work to the frame. I may just leave this so it peters out, because I do like that look. I don't do it very often, but I do like it. I don't think I've ever done it in a coloring book yet. So maybe something to tackle, have it just peter out, because I like how that looks. But I'm debating whether I should try watercolor on here for the grass and the sky, maybe. I do want to get better at watercolor, and I never practice it, so how am I going to do that? So that's where our lovely lady snake is in 50 Jungle Miniatures by Camilla Angelkova. That's where that is. Still working on that, like I said, at a snail's pace. And then today, I did a good job today. Like, I had energy today. I don't know, I've been so exhausted and burnt out from work that it's like hard to get anything accomplished. And I'm just too tired to do it when I get home. So, but today I had energy, and today I picked out lots of colors for lots of things. So I feel like even if I'm tired next week and maybe subsequent weeks, I've got the colors picked out, I can just sit down and go. So, in 50 Marvelous Dragons, also by Camilla Angelkova. Love this book. All right, we've got our our little youngin' dragon there. She seems young to me. I don't know. She's having a nap on a flower. Maybe older dragons do that. That seems like a young person thing, though. So I've got her. I may darken her up, but I don't know. I wanted to make her the center of attention. I've got my colors picked out for her. Where's my book? And remember, we're using Crayola colors here. So let's find Lady Dragon here. Here we go. So for the background, we used, because we coated this in satin glazing liquid, this is from that video, satin glazing liquid. We coated the background in black, outer space, plum, violet, purple heart, periwinkle, and then a little white Prismacolor around the moon. There, we have a fade because the moonlight, you know, okay. And then the dragon is Crayola, green, blue, sea green, Granny Smith apple, Brutfuner square number 118, and then back to Crayola, lemon glacier. So that is the main colors of the dragon. And I haven't decided on her spots yet, and how I'm going to address the wings. I'm thinking, I can't decide if I want to make the spots the dark color, and you can write your comments in the comment section. What do you think? Her dark accent colors there, or if I want to do it the flower colors, and I'll show you what the flower colors are. I need my paper. Hold on. Here we go. All right, so I've got the, I'm going to zoom you in now. I've got the flower colors picked out. And we can see they're here on the paper. I have to, got to test them on satin glazing liquid. I went to do my color tests on a regular sheet of paper, and I'm like, why are they so washed out? Because they weren't on the satin glazing liquid. They're right here. I've got this flower color. Ignore that color right there. I'm going to do it white. And this here. So they both, let's get this folded here better so you can see. I think they match fairly well to our little girl dragon there. And there's a lot of flowers here. A lot of flowers. I don't want them all to be the same colors, but I'm going to vary them slightly. So we've got this band here and this band here. So what that is, and basically they both start out with the same two colors. Our darkest red is, you're not going to be able to see this on camera, Crayola Maroon, and then Parrot Pink. And like I said, the camera usually doesn't focus on that. Oh my gosh, it's doing it today. Oh, good job, phone. Okay, they both start out with those two colors, Maroon and Parrot Pink. And then the pink goes into, oh, I forgot my white. Goes into Crayola Magenta and Crayola Razzle Dazzle Rose and Prismacolor White. It's not going to end with that peachy color. And then the same thing for the orange one. It starts out with Maroon and Parrot Pink, but then it deviates into the orange colors, which are, Crayola has such good names. We've got Lobster Red, we've got Orange, and one of my personal favorites, right up there with Outer Space, Atomic Tangerine. Oh my gosh. Atomic Tangerine on a regular piece of paper isn't that great. But look at it. It's right here. Look at that color. Oh my gosh. It's so good. Okay. On top of the satin glazing liquid. Alright. So that's kind of the plan for the flowers, I think. I think they'll go well with everything. I'm going to just a little bit of the dark colors, and I want to focus more on the lighter colors, I think. I don't know what color the moon is going to be. I do know that these little dragons here will be just blacked out. They'll be silhouettes in front of the moon, and I don't know what the clouds will be yet. So that is where we are on 50 Marvelous Dragons, our napping little lady there. Okay, so like I said, I've got colors all picked out, so hopefully it will be a little bit easier for me to just have a seat and start coloring, even if I can only get, one flower done or one petal or whatever I can get done when I come home exhausted at the end of the day. All right, so we're on to the Johanna Basford book, and we'll just talk about what's happening, and then I'll switch my phone around and get my pencils, and we will start. All right. Okay, so Johanna Basford. I have finally figured out, ooh, and I don't have everything. All right, but I finally figured out the colors here that will be the lava blobs. Probably my most comments have been about, like, when are you going to post what's going on with that Beatles picture? So we'll get to that. So we got the lava blobs here. You can see I was practicing. I'm going to do one up here for you. I'm going to have to switch the camera around and get my pencils. I didn't bring them over here. But it's this. And then I'm going to ask you about the Beatles, because I have some ideas for the Beatles, and you can chime in and tell me what you think. So we'll pause here, and I'm gonna go get my stuff and switch the camera around so that we can do a live coloring of this little blob up here. All right, be right back. And we're back. So let's talk about our lava blobs. the colors we have for that are and let's see, where's the, oh, I have such trouble when it's on this side. We've got Indigo Blue, PC901. Those are Prismacolors. My preferred pencil. We've got Peacock Blue, PC1027. We've got Aquamarine. This is an older Aquamarine, PC905. I think this is either a Beryl or a Sanford. Could be a Beryl. I don't know. And we've got light, oh, it doesn't even say, Light Aqua, PC992. And light green, PC920. You can tell the newer ones, they put the number way at the end of the pencil. The barrels, remember I have old 25-year-old Prismacolors here. The barrel one says Beryl there. Maybe it will focus. They also put it at the end of the pencil, but the Sanfords, like my white, this is it Stanford or Sanford? I don't know. They're not in front of me. It just says the color name right there at the end. Like the color here I've sharpened away. So I don't know what number the white is, but it's white. Alright, so those are the colors I've used. And that looks like this here. My standard ocean colors that I like to use for water. Although usually for water I add in, if it's up near a sky, if you actually see the sky above the water, I add in usually a chartreuse, because the sun would like kiss it right there and it'd be a little yellow-green. Is my theory. Anyways, my idyllic theory, because I live in the desert, so water to me, I do ideal colors, probably not the real colors. So, alright, so we're going to demonstrate with those. Before we do our demonstration of the lava blob, I want to ask you about my ideas for the 4 beetles. I want them to pop. We've got, a competing yellow black background, and we've got the lava blobs that are going to compete with the beetles. We're going for like maximum brightness on this page. I mean, it's 60s inspired. So I've got my plan here, and we've got a tiny little swatch there. Okay, so we've got some of my new stuff. I've got my glaze, my what are these? Jelly Roll Black Glaze, I think is going to be the majority of the beetle color. And then, oh my gosh, where have these been my whole life? This is new, and I've only used it a little bit, but these dual metallic Pentel hybrid things are, oh my gosh, this red color, where has it been my whole life? That's not the red, it's more blacky. So this is it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but yeah. Alright, so definitely want to use that. So here's let's get you in the camera here. Oh, it's not gonna, okay, there's no way for me to do this without a glare. So we got the shiny black, we got the black red Pentel dual metallic hybrid. This is the pink, and this is supposed to be orange. I can see in the camera it looks gold though, so I don't know that I want to do that. I've also got, this is another Jelly Roll color. It is, what is it? What's that little, there's a little shooting star on it. Maybe it's metallics? I don't know. It is number 719. I may use that instead of that orangey gold color. It says it's orange, but it looks gold in the camera. Or I have a pin and gear, which didn't come with a number. I had to number it myself. 19. And those are the two, these are the two right here on the end. So I think I may use black, red, pink, and possibly one of these colors here. I don't know which yet. For the beetles, like I said, they'll be mostly black and they'll just be accented with, where are they? Oh gosh, I don't think I brought them all. Oh no, I did, with these two. So what do you think? Would that look good? I want them to be really poppy and bold. Very bold and dark. Dark and bold, but with lots of bling. Anyways, put your comments in. Let me know what you think in the comments. If I should just do Prismacolor or go with my new toys that I got in January. Oh my gosh, I have a huge haul coming in February. Alright, we gotta switch all the lights around. Reorient the camera here, get you zoomed in. Oh, let's see here, we need to move you back so I'm not falling off the counter. Is that centered? Sort of. Alright, so, oh, darn it, I'm sorry. One thing to think about on our lava blobs, my bad, we're using them to move the eye around the picture. So you have to think of composition. We talked about, in the first video, we talked about how the orange is going to drive the eye this way. And the lava blobs are going to do that to a certain extent also. But what's really going to be getting the attention in the lava blobs are the light area of the blobs. So I have to be careful where I put those light areas. Got to think very carefully. So for example, up here we got the submarine kind of pulling the eye down here. Up here there's a big blank space with nothing kind of pulling the eye that way, and it's blank up here. So I'm definitely going to put one of those big light areas right here to kind of pull the eye that way. I want the eye to go through the whole picture. And then I'm going to put a light area over here. I have to think where I don't want all my light areas lined up across the top. I've got to mix it up. So maybe a light area here, here, down here, and back up here. So we have this nice movement of through the picture with our eyes. So when doing something like this, you gotta take into account something like that. All right, back to the demo. Let me move the cameras again. I'm sorry if I'm making you dizzy. I apologize. Okay. And I will have to turn off my light over here because I think, well, it's not too bad. I think I cast a shadow. That's probably better. All right, we'll go with that. So, okay. So, off like a herd of turtles here. Somebody commented on that saying, it's not mine, it's my mother's, because I was always a slowpoke. Let's get my pencils in order. I find these lava blobs hard because I prefer to work from darkest to lightest on my pencils, and here I'm having to work kind of from the middle out. So I'm working light to dark, middle to light. I'm not working in the order that I like to work. So, all right. Let me just get my light here situated. I don't know that helped. I guess you can see okay. All right, so I'm going to, I want my lava blob around here. I'm going to zoom you in closer because I got to get my head closer to the piece so I can see what I'm doing. All right. Okay, so I'm going to start with in my list of pencils here. It's kind of like right in the middle here. I'm going to start with aquamarine. I'm going to get my paper situated. I'm going to have the dark go off here, the indigo, but I don't necessarily want In some of these, I may have the light near an edge, but here I'm going to have the light kind of right in the middle. So I'm going to put my aquamarine around the edge here a little bit. And I may not do the best coloring job here while demonstrating. It's hard with the camera in your way. But I'll go back to my desk and kind of smooth it out a bit. I hope you can't hear my washing machine. It's not my washing machine anymore now, it's the dryer, but I have a huge haul video coming for you. I was out of control this month, very out of control. I ordered from Book Outlet, and apparently everybody knew but me, but every once in a while I just go to that site and see if they have any good books, and I've never ordered from them before. Mostly because there'll be like 1 or 2 books that I want, but I don't want to necessarily pay for shipping because by then it's not really a deal anymore. But this time they had so many good things. They had like almost all the Lulu Mayo books. I'm switching to light aqua now. They had almost all the Lulu Mayo books that I have and don't have. And of course I was eventually going to get all those, but since they were such a good price, I just went and got the ones that I wanted that they had, that I didn't already have, basically. So I got all those. And I've had one of them, I think it's the llama book, I'm not sure. I've had that on my Amazon list, and it's never dropped below $9.95. And on Book Depository, no, Book Outlet, sorry, my bad, it was $3.99. Pretty stoked about that. Okay, back to my aquamarine. And then also they had Botanical Wonderland, which on Amazon has never dropped below like $15.95 or something. So I got that. It was like more than half off, something like that. So we started with those, and then I had to fill it in with other things. So a few things that I necessarily wouldn't have gotten, but because I wanted the free shipping, I got them. Although I'm excited about all of them. This is when Prismacolor really pays off, the smushiness, when you're trying to do something on camera. All right. So yeah, I'm super excited about my Book Outlet It's my first time. I've already got another order going on their site. They're really pulling out all the stops recently. Okay, so here's where I start to work kind of backwards. I'm going to do my indigo, the darkest color. I'm sorry if my nails and hands look crazy. I teach ceramics and it's winter. There's no hope that they're going to look good. Indigo is one of those colors that's like, it's hard to get good coverage with it. Kind of got to go over and over and over with it. It feels like one of the harder pencils in the Prismacolor range, or range of colors that they have. Like the oranges and yellows are so soft. And I'm just doing a slow fade here. Okay, and then we're going to go to Peacock Blue. I also did a big Amazon order. I don't know what got into me. I ordered supplies and books, which is awesome. So can't wait to get that. That was a huge order. And then I had contacted a company about some, about some books that I wanted that weren't listed on their site. And they're like, oh, check back in a couple of weeks. They'll be there. And that wasn't that long ago. Oh, I've gone back to aquamarine here. And, you know, I would have done that probably in in March, because I've probably done enough damage for 1 month. But they contacted me. They sent me a personal email. And they're like, okay, those books you wanted are on the site. So I'm like, wow, that's really good service. So I clicked on the link or whatever, and it took me like right to the book that I wanted. And they had more. Like, I wanted volume 2 of this book. I don't want to tell you what it is. I'll surprise you with the haul video. But I saw this book, and there's no flip through of it online. And it was volume 2 that I wanted. And because I was just blown away by like the customer service, I got volume 1, 2, and 3 of the book. And then I bought another book as well. Now I've got light aqua. So, and that's all from a different company, which I'll talk about in my haul video. So it's going to be a big haul video. So much for being a minimalist. I'll have to say now like I'm a former minimalist or a recovering minimalist or something. I'll have to invent something. But yeah, I don't even know what the count is, but it's a lot of books and a few supplies. All right, we're going to light green. I'm pressing really hard here because I want the light green to blend into the darker color. And like I said, it's really hard to get your best work on camera, so I will go to my desk and fiddle with it some more. And then the white goes right in the center. And I don't want it to be too white, so I'm going to cover it with a little bit of green, lightly. And so there's a little adjusting for me to do there, but you get the idea on how I'm doing the blobs. Let's see here, let's get all the... I did not bring my brush over to dust the dirt away, the debris, but let's see, we're not high enough yet. All right, so we've got our beetle page there. So that's all the blobs are going to be that color. I'm gonna move the, and some might have double light spots in them or partial light spots somehow, like this one maybe, I don't know. But I'm definitely gonna make sure I move them around so they're not all like lined up somewhere. We gotta keep the eye moving through the paper. And remember to tell me what you think about my gel pens. Should I do the Beatles gel pens? That will be a coloring with K moment there. I've never done anything like that, so I want to, but I'm a little terrified as well. So let me know. And that is our kind of catch up on the WIPs that have been going on in my life that continue to go on forever and ever and ever. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day. I look forward to seeing you next time. Live long and prosper. Bye-bye.